Jocose Jon, is that you?
It is me.
All right. Hello, Jocose Jon.
Hello.
How you doing?
Monk. I'm well, thanks.
I appreciate your dressing up for this occasion.
Just another day at the office.
Yeah, of course. And basically, from what I understand, your occupation is that you fulfill requests for people who want to write instrumental songs about you, right?
Yeah, it's a surprisingly busy field.
I gotta say, man, you know how many of these things there are going around the country right now as we speak?
No.
I don't either. So, Jocose Jon.
How's the party going?
It's going great, John. You know, John, you're track 8.
I'm track 8? That's an honor. That's great.
How does it feel to be track 8?
Well, it's no track 4, but you know, it's still good. I've had a lot of good track 8s in my life, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Right on. Now, so Jocose Jon, there's a lot of people that don't know what Jocose is. What does Jocose mean?
Well, it's a word that starts with J. That's how I discovered it.
Yeah, it's probably the first one that pops up too, right?
It was in there.
Yeah.
And I think I was trying to decide between that and Jehovistic, which is to be like Jehovah, which I thought was pretty cool. But Jocose just means it makes a lot of jokes, doesn't take things too seriously, and I thought it didn't really work for me at all, so perfect for the project.
I'm glad to see that you feel Jocose wasn't a perfect fit, because your track is anything but Jocose. In fact, John, I'm a little bit worried about the both of us after this track comes out, and I'm being very honest.
When I picked the songs for inspiring you, those are songs that actually do mean something to me, but they were all, I think part of the trick was it had to be in the same genre. And they just all happened to be in that darker side of that genre, and I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I'm making Monk's job hard, but I kind of enjoyed that. So,
well, your tracks definitely get mishmashed a bit. Now, so the folks know what we're talking about, what are some of the songs that you picked?
Let's see. I picked The Box by Orbital. Orbital is a great electronica act that was big in the early, mid, and late 90s, but they still keep making music. I picked Transatlantic Flight by Utah Saints, also another early 90s electronica act. And man, I must have listened to that song. I had that song on cassette. That was from like 1990. And then what was the other one I chose? It was a newer song. Oh, it was Alpha Centauri, remixed by Excision and Datsik by the band Noisia.
Yeah.
To whom I've lost a ton of weight at the gym.
I can see why. And they're a dubstep group.
Yeah.
Now, pretty much you're going to hear every song that you submitted in this track. I had so much fun working on your track. With Orbital, it had this kind of, I don't know exactly what instrument it is, but it reminded me of the koto. So I integrated a koto sound into your track. With Utah Saints, it kind of reminded me of Kraftwerk, so I wanted to make sure it kind of had that synthy sound, kind of dreamy, real light kind of thing happening. And the other thing that's interesting is that this is in 2 parts. So the first part kind of has those influences, and it's in mono. When we get to the chorus, it's going to open up to stereo, and that's when you're going to hear the dubstep influence thrown in there. Now, the other thing that happened, and I'm going to reference this with another track too, is while I was making this album, one of my biggest influences that people don't probably realize, but is Slayer. And Jeff Hanneman died, and I was pretty upset by that. I love Slayer. They're one of my favorite bands. And I pretty much was just, when I was making Coordinates, Michael Jackson died, and I had to make a song about Michael Jackson, and realized
I remember when Michael Jackson died, and when you were working on that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So pretty much I was working on this, and then when Jeff Hanneman died, I was like, oh, there's got to be some metal up in this album, and I went for the metal, and you're going to hear it. Now, you have...
Actually, I'm probably not the first to have suggested this, but I think that there's a sort of a metal quality to a lot of better dubstep music.
Yeah.
And they really go in for the crash.
Yeah. That's true. The crash is pretty big here. So now, Jocose, I hope you don't mind me letting the world know this, but you have 2 beautiful daughters. I would like to suggest that you don't let them hear this until they're older. Maybe also your wife too.
You know what's funny is I play all kinds of music for them, and I've managed to teach them how to anticipate really good bass beat drops. And so as a 4-year-old, if you could just picture a 4-year-old going, "Is it coming? Is it coming?" I'm saying, "Yeah, it's coming. Here comes the beat. Here comes the beat drop. It's coming." And then both our hands are going up and up and up and up and up, and then it hits, and then she just goes crazy, crazy, and she break dances, and it's fantastic. It brings me a lot of joy. I'm very lucky. I have 2 beautiful children.
Now I'm just going to be very upfront, John. This track is very dark, and I'm actually worried that people are going to be worried about me when they hear it. I want to reassure everybody who's listening that I'm totally fine. I'm still happy. Everything's okay. And as far as I know with you, John, I know we don't get to talk a lot, but everything's going well, right?
Yeah. Well, I sent you that music because it was, a part of my brain that I don't really get to show off to people very much. A lot of people are under the illusion that I'm like pleasant and things like that. And so I wanted to kind of confuse the audience a little bit. So,
well, let's confuse the audience. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're all okay. This is Jocose Jon.
I'm in a psychotherapy office right now, so just tell you that. Great. I loved it. It was exactly what you said. I heard all 3 influences in there from those songs, and I love how it had this combination of inspiration and devastation. Where it's like I feel like everything's gonna be okay, but I might have to dress up like a clown and strangle a kitten at some point.
Which I guess we should tell people that's one of your favorite hobbies, isn't it?
Is that why you're in the psychotherapy office?
Full time, yeah. But then after that, everything will be okay again. So, wow, great job, Luke. You're, I'm a fan. You're an amazing musician. But I think part of what makes you such a good musician is you're a good listener. So.
Oh, well, you're a professional listener. So thank you so much for being a part of this, John. And all right, John, we'll talk to you soon, man.
Take care. Bye, everybody.
Bye.